everyone, welcome back. It's Coach Amber bringing you guys interviews, information, resources, and tools to grow a more balanced and productive life. We are back with part 3 of the Momtepreneur Life interview series with Tanisha Giddens. She's a real estate agent and momtrepreneur extraordinaire. And this time we're going to be talking about a lot of things. We're going to be diving into some of her business worries and greatest fears and things that she did out of love and fear for her business, and a host of other poignant topics. I won't give it all away before we get started. But before we jump into the interview, remember to subscribe and press the notification bell so that you get updated with all of the new videos that we're posting. There's usually a video every week for you guys. So make sure that you guys do that if you find this information and the other videos on the channel helpful for you. So we're going to jump right into it, guys. I'll see you right back here after the interview.
So you were getting to talk about your worst decision.
My worst decision was, so in about June, at the end of May, I started to run out of money. Because in your head, you're just going to be the bomb and you're going to hit the ground running. When in reality, that doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah.
And it didn't work for me.
There was a little hiccup.
And in May, I had to get a job. I was working for a title company, and I was doing that full time. And then I realized, okay, this is why I left my full time job, because I couldn't give my all to my own business.
Yeah.
And so instead of seeing that as the problem, I thought it was the company I was with. And so I did 2 bad juju things.
Okay.
I left my job at the title company.
Okay.
So unprofessionally. Like, I literally texted my boss that morning and was like,
oh, I remember this.
You remember this? I'm not coming back. And then I blocked her number.
Okay.
So I can't, because, you know, I seem girl, but I don't like confrontation.
Conflict, yeah.
I don't do that. So I texted her and told her I won't come back. I did thank her for the chance to.
I remember the text message. It was a very nice text message.
Yes, but still very unprofessional.
Yeah.
And then I text the brokerage I was with and told them I'm leaving. And though that's a norm in the business, it's just not normally the way I conduct myself.
And I noticed this too. Every time you make a change like that, or you know that's business related, you're always like you always feel bad about making a decision for the better or for the worse.
Yeah,
you're always kind of like you don't want to.
I don't want to ruffle feathers, and I don't want to hurt feelings.
Yeah.
But this time I really did it the worst way possible. And then I feel like I got smacked on the butt, and I had to wait because I didn't get my first transaction until November. Yeah. So I still left, and the juju was like, "That was wrong. You still gotta be broke."
So do you think that as a business owner, not just as a mom, but just as a business owner in general, do you think that all that is par for the course? I know that a lot of people who start businesses, not just women, but they think that everything's just gonna they think it's just gonna come. And I feel like there are virtues and character traits that you have to have in order to be able to run your own business, and I feel like patience is one of them.
Yes.
Because, like you said, in your brain you have this picture or this vision of the end. And I did a class in the Facebook group about the anatomy of transition. And in your head you have this vision of, because you're getting like these spurts which are exciting, and you're like, yes, like this is what I'm gonna do, and I feel like this is what, but then what comes after those spurts of inspiration is the tough part, which requires you to have patience. It's the part where you kind of have to do a lot of the work, and that's where people get stuck a lot, is that time between from vision to vision. You know what I mean?
I read a book called Grit, and I realized that's what I've been missing. Is the grit. Yeah. Like, I can visualize. Girl, I visualize all day long.
Yeah, people can be very good at visualizing. Yeah.
Positive affirmations. Yeah. I have them written down. I read them every morning. But there was a disconnect. I was like, what am I missing?
Yeah.
And it was grit.
Yeah.
You can sit all day and plan and have everything written out, but if you don't have the gumption to get out there and do it, then all you have is a really pretty picture in your head.
The Bible says faith without works is dead.
And that is true.
Right. So you can have the faith for it to happen, you can have the vision, you can do all the vision boards and all that jazz, which I think is all helpful. That affirmation, it's all helpful because I think it gives you a goal. You know what I mean? But like you're saying, and I think like we're both saying, it's that in between part.
Girl, I gave it to God, and God said, okay, what you want me to do with this?
Yeah. And then he said, and I give it back to you. Thank you. I see you. Go do something.
And so.
Yeah. So do you think you started to see reap the most benefits from your business when the implementation started?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would do spurts of it when I first started. Let me tell you, the biggest issue with running your own business, well, maybe I should say for me, but some people it might not be an issue.
Yeah.
Is when you're working for somebody, someone's telling you have to go to work.
Yeah.
But when you work for yourself, you have the option
to not
go to work.
To not.
And there were days where I was like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I have a choice.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I told myself, okay, but for real, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's either you be broke and run an unsuccessful business, which really was my thing. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be successful. Like, I didn't
so now you're manifesting your fear.
Yes, and did this whole dramatic, they got me cupcakes and all that kind of stuff.
I can't go back. I can't go back. What do we do?
Okay, you need to get out here and put in some work.
Yeah.
And that's when I started to really not tear myself away from my children, but that's when I started to work 60 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
Where even when I would be home, business would still be on. But when I started to put forth when that grit started to come out, and when I started to draw, it's like my fangs came out almost. And I developed my why. For a long time, I didn't have a why. My why was just, I want my children to be taken care of, which is a good why.
Yeah.
But it can be a fear that, they say that fear really pushes you to do really, really well.
You have to, I feel like you have to teeter-totter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a healthy amount of fear you have to have.
But I needed a bigger why.
Yeah.
And once I started to get clients, because I started to really get out there in that grit, girl, it's like I just started grinding. Like you probably saw it too. It's when it really hit me.
Yeah.
It was because I saw a really bad transaction happen. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is horrible. Like, who would ever want to be treated like that?
Yeah.
The whole man had to bring so much money to take money that he didn't even know, but if he had a good advisor.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, like, my job is to, and I got this from my last brokerage.
Mm-hmm.
She looked at me and she was like, your job is to remain calm and create calm and be a good advisor.
Remain calm and create calm.
Remain calm and create
I like
calm.
that.
And so once my why really started, like my job.
I like that.
Isn't it good?
My job is to remain calm and create calm.
And once that, and she helped me build my why. Like my why is to make sure that whoever works with me, we have a sound transaction and they walk away educated.
Yeah.
And they know what was going to happen and they can walk away and say, I had a great agent.
Yeah.
I have clients and I'm trying to figure out, this.
Yeah.
I have clients and I'm like, okay, how's this going to work?
Yeah.
Which way works best? My schedule changes every week.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to figure it out.
Every week is different.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video about when I was doing the tips. And one of the last tips is about consistency and about how, consistency isn't necessarily this construct that we think it is. Consistency doesn't necessarily have to mean that every day looks the same. It just it means that, you're staying steadfast to a set moral or principle is what consistency is defined as. So if you're staying steadfast to a moral or a principle, then even though your day might look different, you still have the same goal in mind. So you're able to create consistency regardless of how your day might look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've developed a pattern of behavior that you know that even though every day might look different, because like with moms, you don't know what the morning is going to look like.
Ever.
You don't know what, even though, and I'm a bedtime person, but before bedtime is just different. You know, it doesn't always look the same before bedtime, even though I have the same principle. They're going to be in the bed by 8 o'clock. Getting there might look different, but I have the same I'm staying steadfast to the same principle. They're going to be in bed by 8 o'clock. That's what I'm staying steadfast to, but I'm not holding myself to such a strict, people think that's what consistency is, that it has to be like, you'll drive yourself insane doing that. Yeah. So last question, then I have a quote for you that I want you to give me your feedback on. So the last question is, so thinking about all these things that we're talking about, do you think that we have to choose? Do you think we can have it all? Or do you think it lies somewhere in between?
I think we can have it all. I'm not going to lie, because when I was at my last brokerage, this mega agent came to talk to us. One of the top agents in the U.S. His name is Joshua Smith. And he runs a lot of different businesses, not just real estate. And he looped back to kind of what you taught me, which was, and he delved a little bit deeper into it also. He teaches you that you can't be everything to everyone at every time. Yeah. It goes back to when I'm doing homework with Madison. That's what I'm doing. Madison, he was like, time management is kind of like a myth. Because every day looks different. Yeah. And everything requires a different type of effort. So I think if we stop looking at having it all as being 100% perfect at everything, then we see that it's you're 100% here when you're here, and 100% here when you're here, but you can't do like 20% here and 80% there. It's just you have to be in that moment when you're there, and that's how it works, and not fall back when that moment isn't going the way you want it to go.
I think that's the key. It's what you said, is being present in the moment. That's how you have it all. Because if you're not that way, then you start to feel like you don't have it all if you can't have it all. You know what I'm saying? If you start to think, man, like I really wish I could do this, or I really wish I could do that, instead of taking full advantage of the moment that you're in, it starts to get...
And I've even taken it a step further. So I used to take a lot of pictures of my children. Like a lot. Like everywhere we went, pictures. Put it on Facebook. Everybody's got to see it. And I'm sure a lot of people have noticed that all my friends, I don't post as much as I used to on Facebook, even when you and I hang out. Like, I don't know if you've noticed a difference, but last year when we went to the Williamsburg Winery, we took a ton of pictures. And lately we've been trying to be healthy and go to Mount Trashmore. And I would take pictures of that. Normally like, oh, look at us. We're at Mount Trashmore.
We're doing something.
But I'm learning that I have to be in the moment. Yeah. If I'm going to be with Amber and we're walking and that's what we're doing and we're sharing an intimate moment amongst friends and exercising a little bit, then that's what we're doing. No. We're pretending to squat. Yeah. But that's what I'm doing. Yeah. And I don't have to share that with everybody else. Yeah. Because trying to get that's our moment. That's our moment. And trying to share it with everyone else, I'm going to miss our moment. Yeah. My kids, when we're out and about, I used to take pictures of everything that we did. Yeah. And now it's not like that. Yeah. I'm like, I'll remember it. Yeah. They'll remember it. That's about all that really, that's about all that really matters. Yeah. So I try to leave social media for business. Yeah. And I'm not even all that great at that neither. Because if I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody, and I'm
and
with
you're not thinking, let me snap. And then too, I just feel like there are lots of pictures that you take that you just keep. They're for
they're for everybody to sit back and look and remember it together.
Yeah. Share a Google Drive.
Yeah.
Share an album on Google Drive with the
For
people.
everybody that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that everybody doesn't matter, but for the people who matter in that moment.
Yeah.
And that has helped
Yeah.
a lot. So I'm learning to put my phone down.
Yeah.
And only be present 100% in that moment.
So I want you to listen to this quote. I don't know if I've ever read this quote to you before. I found it a long time ago. But when I read this quote, it kind of started to shift my mindset and where I focus my energy and attention. So I just want to know kind of what you think about it. Tell me what you think about it. It says, attention is awareness, mindfulness, and watchful consciousness. Your attention is energy. You have the freedom to place your attention wherever you choose. The freedom to develop or ignore your attention. It's all up to you. To know yourself, you must have command of your attention. You must learn to treasure and value it. And most importantly, you must figure out how to use it properly.
I love that.
Isn't it? It's good, right?
Yes.
Like thinking of your attention as your energy.
It's your energy.
As your energy. So, and I think
attention flows where what is it? Energy flows where attention goes, or something like that.
Yeah. But exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and I think when you were talking about, having it all and kind of shifting the mindset that having it all means that you have to have it all, but that having it all really means that you just have to have it all in the moment.
Yeah.
I think kind of that's where that's talking about. Like you choose where your energy or your attention goes. So if you tell me what you think.
So to me, it's kind of like what I've been trying to live for the past.
Yeah.
For the past month.
It's like life goals.
It's like life goals. Even right down to, I'm addicted to Facebook.
You literally just said
I do. I'm addicted to Facebook, but I've tried to back off of it.
Yeah.
Because it's very negative. It can be very negative. And the same thing with the news or, reality TV.
Yeah.
I backed off of that a lot because when I put my attention and energy and when I put my attention into that, that's my energy and it's so draining.
Yeah. So
I've chosen to take my attention from that and put it into my business, my kids, and my family.
Yeah.
And so I can get fairly depressed.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
And so, but making that shift, I went.
Thank you for that honesty. By the way.
I went through something traumatic last week when I opened that check. And I think that's the most graceful I have ever handled.
I agree.
Any type of major setback because in my head, I just shifted gears. Like, okay, look, I got it. So how am I going to make this work?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying the news is bad. I'm not saying Facebook is awful. I'm saying that because I've been taking my energy and my attention and putting it towards more positive things.
Yes.
It's easier for me to just switch things up and see, okay, these are the hands I'm dealt.
Yes.
Make it work.
Because it says attention it's not saying that attention is just your energy. It says attention is awareness, mindfulness, and watchful consciousness. So it's kind of like where you place your attention and your energy is what shapes and guides how you think.
Yep.
How you feel about yourself, what you're conscious or unconscious of. It helps you be more self-aware. You know what I mean? So if you are making a conscious effort to shift where you're putting your attention, then that's manifested in your mindset.
Yep.
Because your attention is your mindset.
Yeah. And you just gotta not let it, whatever it is, knock you down.
But if you could give a piece of advice to the moms who are also business owners, if you could give one tip that you're like, this is it, do this, and not necessarily and it'll make you successful, but just like a helpful tip, what would you say? This
goes outside of business because you and I say this all the time when we see a mom whose kid's having a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
You just want to touch them and be like, you're not alone.
So that's it, guys. Give a big thanks and shout out to Tanisha Giddens, realtor with Keller Williams, for investing her time to come and talk to me. I really hope that it was helpful for you guys, and I hope that you were able to take something away. If nothing else, remember what Tanisha was saying, that you are not alone. You're not the only momtrepreneur, stay-at-home mom, businesswoman, career woman going through the things that you're going through. And I hope that you guys can see that. And I hope that that's at least one thing that you guys took away from the video. But we talked about so many things. And it's important to have these conversations so that people out there know that they are not alone. So stay tuned, because the next person who I'll be interviewing is somebody who I love, love, love to have conversations with. She's one of my closest friends as well. I've known her since college, and she's really real. Like, she's one of the persons that I can have conversations with, and she can check me, I can check her, and there's no offense taken. She just keeps it real all the time. She's a dope boss lady. So you guys are not going to want to miss that. If you guys found this video helpful, remember to subscribe and click that notification button so that you can stay updated on all the videos that are posted just about weekly. You can also join the Facebook growth group, where we are still currently doing our Stressless Moms Challenge. It's not too late to join. We've been doing some really good conference call classes every Friday night at 9:00 p.m. and you have a little bit closer access to me there. You can also find me on Instagram at Ambient Growth Coach. And you can also find Tanisha on Instagram. You can find all of those links down in the description box. If you like this video, remember to like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I feel so blessed that you guys stopped by today to enjoy this conversation with me, and I will see you guys next time. Be well.
You know, have a glass of wine. You can get them most early in the morning and relax.
Yes. This is what happens when you bring your children to work.
She's been doing good this whole time.
She
now.
really has.
But